Oh, hello. Sorry, the dinosaurs are busy right now.
What are you doing?
Oh, wait. One of the dinosaurs is here. Joel, it's for you.
Very funny.
That was pretty funny.
The Last of Us Part 2 is finally out. After a 7-year wait, we finally get to catch up with Ellie and Joel. But is all the hype to be believed? Find out now as I take a look at the game of a generation and give a full, honest review. This review will feature massive spoilers, so if you don't want to know what happens, look away now. Welcome to Spuff Stream. Make sure to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up.
See, there's a sequel. Wasn't as good.
I wanted to go into The Last of Us 2 with a clear mind and no preconceived opinions of it. I tried my hardest to avoid spoilers, leaks on Twitter, or any look at any other reviews beforehand. As a massive fan of the first game released for the PS3 back in 2013, I was really excited to see what was next. I'd spent a lot of time invested in the characters in the first game, but things always slipped through the cracks, and I wasn't sure if what I'd heard through the grapevine was true. But even if it was, I want to see it in context. Something, it seems, a lot of angry fans on Metacritic didn't do. Right out the gate, the 0 out of 10 reviews started flying in. For a game which is on average 20 to 25 hours, it's so impressive how they managed to complete it in less than 3 hours and bitch and moan and give it a 0. The rumours were true, the leaks were true, and a lot of people were furious, but more on that later. Let's take a look at first impressions. From the very first scene, I was blown away by the game's graphical prowess. Having recently got a 4K TV to go along with my PS4 Pro, this is by far the most impressive game I've ever seen on PS4. The environments are stunning, with rich textures and incredible lighting, vast landscapes really pushing the 7-year-old console to its limits. Character models and animations were flawless. It really is a technical marvel from Naughty Dog, with incredible music that really provokes emotion. Exploring Jackson was fantastic. It was the simple things, such as seeing a toddler waddle along with his mother, or a snowball fight with the kids to learn your basic combat controls. It's such a well thought out process. It's just an incredible game to look at. I was excited to see how the combat and how the infected would look on this current gen system, the previous being on the PS3. Seattle is an unbelievably vast concrete jungle, large open sections for you to explore and fight infected and other survivors. Every location is beautifully thought out. Even the dark, grim, scary sections have had lots of thought behind them. The game's mechanics have had a little overhaul, but they were so damn near perfect in the first game, not much was needed to be done. A lot of people have complained that they hadn't changed much in that respect, but you know what they say, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I feel this is exactly what Naughty Dog had done here. They nailed it the first time round, so there was no need to change it. The new infected made me poop my pants on more than one occasion. Stalkers hunt you from afar, flanking you left and right and managing to keep out of your sight until it's too late. And then much later on in the game, you come across these infected who look like they're dead, and they're kind of grown into the walls in the spore-filled environments, only for them to jump out at you as you walk past. Safe to say I definitely needed a new pair of trousers the first time that happened. The combat is brutal and beautiful at the same time. Stun an enemy with a brick or bottle and then crack them around the face with an axe or a baseball bat. It never gets old. It is very detailed and dark. It does make you think before ending this NPC's life. There are two main factions in the game, the Wolves and the Scars. Each are very different and both work really well hunting you down. And when they are hunting you down, they call to each other and even cry out when you gun down their friend. You can see that Naughty Dog wanted to show them more as human rather than just nameless goons like in other games. They can really care for the group that they're with. Since completing the game, and before I've done this review, I have seen a few reviews that seem to say the same thing. They know that graphically this is a masterpiece, and the acting is some of the best acting I've ever seen in the video game. The animations, the combat, everything on a technical standpoint is bloody impressive and will never be topped on the PS4. And then you had the story. Warning, major spoilers coming up. I'm going to give you my honest take on the story and what I thought. And here we go. Joel. Yes, the rumours were true. Unfortunately, Joel does get killed off about 3 hours into the game. It's a brutal and harsh death as Ellie looks on helpless. Before it happens, you are given control of a new character called Abby, who at this time we know nothing about. Turns out Abby is on her own revenge mission to hunt down Joel after the death of her father, by Joel a few years earlier. Abby is saved by Joel and his brother Tommy and takes them back to her hideout where she proceeds to kill Joel. The shock factor was massive and you instantly dislike Abby for obvious reasons. And this is where the main bulk of Ellie's story takes place. She then wants to get her revenge, find Abby and kill her for killing Joel. You set off to Seattle with a new love interest Dina and are later joined by Jesse and Tommy, who is already there hunting for Abby. The new characters have gotten a bit of a bad rap. Personally, I really like them. I think Jesse is the comic relief for the most part, and Dina really cares for Ellie. Like, they do a really good job of portraying that. The bam! Halfway through the game, Naughty Dog pulls a massive twist and once again puts you in the shoes of Abby. The contrast between the two tales is a very bold move by Naughty Dog, one that I personally feel pays off. There's been a lot of criticism over some of the choices made, and it's been compared to Star Wars The Last Jedi and how they seem to piss all over the franchise. But this isn't the case. Back when The Last Jedi came out, I was one of the people who hated it for what they'd done and how they treated Luke, but not here. The fundamentals of the characters' personalities is the same here as it was in the first game. They have had character development. They are living in a dark, desolate world where the fight for survival and revenge is a common occurrence. In Ellie's tale, she is the protagonist and Abby is the antagonist, and in Abby's tale, it's vice versa. Going to show that everyone can be good or bad, depending on who you are. This was a massively bold step by Naughty Dog, and one that I think pays off. The more I played as Abby in her 12 to 13 hour campaign, the more I started to like her and see that she is just like everyone else, going through the same thing as Ellie and many others in this spore-filled world. She was caring. Yes, okay, I get it. She killed Joel, and that can't be forgotten. But you need to see the deeper meaning here. I love Joel, and I was so butthurt when he was killed off. But over time, you understand Abby's actions, even if you don't agree with them. But I really can see how this is like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. Luckily, I love Marmite, and I love this game. Personally, I love this game on almost every level. There are only a few tiny things that I felt had been shoehorned in on the story front. But overall, it was a bold new take and definitely should not be overlooked. I think a lot of people who rated it 0 out of 10 just because the story didn't go exactly the way they wanted need to take a look at the bigger picture. Don't jump on the hype train, make your own opinion. And to the people saying they lied to us, well, yes, but also they were protecting their product. They aren't going to give away all the plot points beforehand in a book or movie, so why should they in a game? My verdict? A masterpiece that will stay with you a long time after you finish the game, taking the well thought out and harrowing world of the first game and expanding on it tenfold. Actually give it a chance and it will definitely pay off. Thanks for watching. What did you think of the game? Make sure you leave your comments below.